Hello, hello. How is everyone doing? How is my subscribers doing? Just coming in, I have some exciting news I want to talk about, and we already know today is an exciting day. It's an exciting day for the President of the United States, Donald J. Trump, the 47th President of the United States. So I want to just come in and talk a little bit about it. I was so excited about today. I didn't know what to do. I had to go and run out. And then I had an appointment somewhere, and I was telling the people, I have to hurry up back because I want to watch the inauguration. So I got back home just in time so him and Vance can accept them being here, Vance being vice president and Trump being the president, the 47th president of the United States. So, guys, I was so happy. You know what I wore? I actually have two shirts, two Trump shirts. So I wore my Trump shirt that said, that had the map on it, where the entire map was like completely red, and there was just a little few blue spots for different states, for like the, of course, the Democratic states like Illinois, New York, California. Um, I'm not sure what the other states were, but the majority of the map was completely red, and it says, "Can you hear us now?" It's a really, really nice T-shirt that I bought last year off of Amazon. It says Trump is better than Verizon. Can you hear us now? So it's a really nice shirt. So I wanted to come in for about 20, 30 minutes and talk to you all. I hope you all got a chance to watch the inauguration. You can always replay it. Trump is has had a long day. He's still out. The band just played, the Mississippi band. They just played not too long ago. From Mississippi Valley State University. All black men. That was really amazing. I enjoy seeing that. So I want to speak a little bit about the inauguration and say I really love how they started it off with prayer, and throughout the entire inauguration, it was about prayer. Trump stated that God wanted him to win, to make America great again. And I truly believe that, because the administration that was in office, they have ruined, Biden and Kamala has ruined this country. And so Biden and his people, they're going to do whatever they can to put it back together again. I'm very excited, so happy this day has finally came. It was like pulling teeth and seemed like it was taking forever for January 20th to get here. And now that it's finally here, we're all so excited. Those of you who voted for him, not only is it going to benefit uh, conservatives or Republicans, the Democrats, people who voted from Biden, it's going to benefit you too. Whatever Trump does, it's going to be beneficial to you as well. So I like how it started out with Vance. Of course, he accepted. At first, he was there with his wife and his children and his mother. And after that, Trump was sworn in as the 47th president of the United States. He really praised everybody and thanked everybody for voting for him to get him in office. But he specifically gave a shout out to the Latino community and the Black community for their votes. He really was happy to get the Latino and the black vote. So and I was one of the ones, of course, that voted for him. So this is like my third time, I would say second or third time voting for Trump. So he has stated that a lot of executive changes are going to take place that he has to sign before the day is out. He's going to be signing those executive orders. And he specifically also talked about common sense. Trump being in office, like I said in one of my other videos, he's not perfect, but he's common sense. When Trump say he's going to do something, he does it. He's about tangible. He's a businessman. He doesn't play. I also how he talked about the ceasefire. He got that ceasefire going, and he got those hostages released. Some hostages were released, some are still coming. Unfortunately, some of the hostages that were taken during the war, they lost their lives. But it's Trump was able to bring these two countries together and talk, and there was a ceasefire. Biden and Kamala, when they were in office, they couldn't do anything. They could not do anything whatsoever. So it was just a lot information at the inauguration. I really enjoyed everybody who spoke, and I love the national anthem, the national anthem, and that was really nice hearing that. I mean, he really put his heart into singing the national anthem. Trump also specifically spoke on how today was Martin Luther King Day, and Martin Luther King had a dream. So what he was saying during the inauguration is he wanted to make Martin Luther King dream a reality. He wanted to make that a reality for people. So that was really good that he recognized the importance of Martin Luther King Day and making it come true to the best of his ability. He also spoke on other specific things as well. Uh, he spoke as well on opening up the cases of what was that, Kennedy, and some other people who lives were taken. He spoke on about that. Also, another person that was there that I really liked was Pastor Loren Swell. He spoke as well. I loved his speech. He did quite well as well. Of course, quite a few of the Democrats didn't attend. Nancy Pelosi wasn't there. Who else? Of course, Obama's wife Michelle was there. As a matter of fact, I didn't even see not Michelle Obama. I didn't even see Barack Obama. Barack Obama, I didn't see him there. I did see Schumer, he was there. There were some other Democrats there that I saw. I seen who is that? He's an independent. I can't recall his name offhand, but there were Democrats that didn't attend because obviously they are still salty and they still upset that they lost. So well, hey, that's on them. Trump won this election, and now he is the president of this United States of America. Donald Trump, I would say I think he's around 78 years old. And out of all the president guys, out of all the presidents who have ever ran, he has gotten the most votes. He has gotten the most votes. As I stated a little while ago, Biden and Kamala has destroyed this country. And he's going to do whatever he can do to put the country back together again. Also, some other things that he spoke about that I was very happy to hear. He spoke about so many important things. There were so many important things he spoke on, but one of the other things he spoke on was he gonna sign an executive order to stop censorship and have free speech in the United States of America. All of these social media sites where you can censor, like TikTok. At one point, they were censoring Facebook, but I think they no longer do censorship on there anymore. But that's going to be signed into executive order. People have freedom of speech. They have freedom of speech. So that was a good thing as well. He also mentioned about there's only going to be two genders, guys, in the USA. Two genders is only going to be recognized, male and female. Let me say that again. There's only going to be two genders that are going to be recognized in the United States of America. That's a male and a female. No other genders. No other genders. That's what we're going by here in America. So that I was happy to hear that. Also, I like how he say, like, when COVID was out, they made people take these COVID vaccines. They were like, okay, if you don't take the COVID vaccine, you're gonna lose your job, you're gonna get fired. And a lot of people didn't want to take the COVID vaccine, but they took it because they have to have a job so they'll be able to provide for themselves and their family. A lot of people, they refuse to take that vaccine. They say they was not going to take it no matter what. And a lot of those individuals, they lost their jobs because of that. But guess what Trump is going to do? Trump is going to get all those people back pay, back pay for that, because people should have a right to take the vaccine if they want to. They shouldn't have to be forced to take it. So that was something else. I know I had worked in a facility, a nursing facility, and unfortunately, I did go on and take it. Especially by me being immune compromised, I had to go on and take it. But even if I wasn't, I would have probably went on and took it either way, because I have to have a job to provide for myself and my family. So that was really good. So after Trump had talked about all that he talked about, it was so much that he talked about. I really, really enjoyed this inauguration. He had went down to the emancipation hall where he delivered other remarks. And he specifically talked there, he talked about the border. The border was is in it, when it came to two things, the border and immigration, border and inflation. The border was the main thing and the most important besides inflation. And he's right. He's right, because all of these people coming over here, I mean, it just was an influx of people for the last what, three and a half, 4 years. Biden and Kamala, they intentionally did it on purpose. They just opened that border and they just let all of these people come in. And who you think have to pay for that? The taxpayers. The taxpayers were responsible for paying for that. So it's a good thing that that's going to be taken care of. He stated that a wall is going to be going up. They're not playing. They are serious about what they're going to do. And I am so happy this administration is in office. I'm very proud that they got a different administration in office, because everything was just bad under the former administration. Everything was bad, really, really bad. He also spoke on governor of Texas, that he was doing an amazing job. And that governor down in Texas, he wasn't playing. He was doing whatever he could to make sure those illegals wasn't going to be coming down there to Texas. He even, when they were coming there last year, he was shipping them to Chicago. He was shipping them to New York. He shipped them to all the sanctuary cities. This is what he did. That's what he did. And so now that Trump is in office, all of this stuff is going to be rectified, and he's not playing. He's starting from day one. Even tonight, he's going to be signing some executive orders. Trump, he also talk about how when it comes to the voting laws, he think that there should be IDs to show who the individual is. I know when I was going to vote, I would try to show my ID, and they would tell me I didn't have to show it. So I didn't think that was fair. But he spoke also about the many votes that he received during this presidential election. He called it he I love when he say it's called too big to rig. And so I said, I really wish I was able to find a T-shirt or a hat like that, too big to rig. It's probably out there. I just have to research it. So he specifically says, really time to turn the country around and make America great again. And let me not forget his beautiful wife, Melania. The Melania, the first lady, oh, she is beautiful. She came out so stunning. I love her outfit. I love her hat. I love how she carried herself as a first lady. And I think she's going to be wonderful for the country. Also, Vance's wife, I think she's going to be wonderful for the country. And overall, I just think it was a really good inauguration. It really was. And the night is still young. Over here on the Midwest, it's just almost going on maybe 6 o'clock. It'll be 6 o'clock, 6 p.m. in a little while. So the night is still young. So Trump and his family and his wife, they've been out all day. They've been out all day. And so the night is still young, so they still got a lot of things to do, a lot of performances. They did have some performances going on when I walked through the door. Like I say, the Mississippi Mississippi Valley State University band, they played. They were extraordinary. All black men, all black men played. So that was extraordinary. I really enjoyed that when I came in and walked through the door. So I'm very confident that Trump is going to get in there and do what he's supposed to do. He's a no nonsense uh, individual. He's a businessman. When he say he's going to do something, Trump does it. And I do recall other things are starting to come to me now regarding what he said. He was like, I was saved by God to make America great again. And as I stated earlier, he was right. He's right. Because we actually, guys, we really, I hate to say it, but we dodged a good one. We dodged a good one. Because can you imagine if the current administration, not the current, the former administration now, if they were in there, can you imagine if they would have won the election, what would have happened? This would have been probably a third world country. And so everybody, a lot of people is really excited. Trump did exactly what his voters wanted him to do. He had a vision. Trump had a vision, and he proved that to the American people when he was out on the trail, going from door to door before the vote. He gave the American people everything he wanted to do, and he stated, "I will fight for you." He stated, "I'll fight for you," and I believe Trump. Trump loves this country. He loves this country, and I believe everybody is going to be happy. He even mentioned the fact about Kennedy is going to be dealing with the health wise for nutrition. Like a lot of the foods we eat is not healthy. A lot of the foods that we're eating and putting in our body is not healthy. A lot of people over here in America is obese and overweight, and so a lot of other foods will that's going to change with Kennedy being put in office to take over and see what he can do. So I'm very excited about that, and it was really good. So I'm looking forward to 4 years. I'm looking forward to not only 4 years. I would say I don't even see the Democrats getting back in office. I don't see no way around them getting back in office. Period. I really don't. I don't see a way. I mean, from what we can see, the Democrats have just fallen. They have gone way, way, way back, way back. And I don't, even after Trump is out of office, he can only do 4 more years. He would not be able to go past that. But Vance, I'm hoping that he's the next president. I'm hoping he's the next president. But with Trump, he's a classic strong man. He's a leader. And when he say, like I say, when he say he's gonna do something, he's gonna do it. He's a no nonsense man. And that's what I like. I like no nonsense, common sense. A lot of things, a lot of convictions, and different things is gonna be overturned. Like a lot of crimes and things. He talk about so much. There's so much he talk about. I can't even put my head over everything. But one thing he did, guys, is he called Biden and Kamala out right in front of their face. That was a good one, right? He called them out right in front of their face. He was like, "Look, he just basically said the administration that was in office, he broke it down exactly what they did to make this country the way that they did. He broke it down, and they were sitting right there, and they did not have anything to say. He broke it down. President Trump, he's gonna be signing. As a matter of fact, I think he's signing executive orders as I'm doing this recording. But he told them right in front of their face, "You all basically destroyed this country." That's what he told them. So Trump is America first. He wants a vision at home and abroad, and is one that millions of Americans share and help him win within the last years. Last year, he talked about the youth vote, how his friend, his son Barron, was there to help him to win the youth vote. So that was another good thing. He had a lot of support behind him for this election. So it was just a really good election, a really good inauguration, and I really and truly enjoyed it. I hope you all enjoyed it. Did you guys enjoy the inauguration? If you watch, if not, guess what? You can always go back and replay it on YouTube. I'm sure there's a lot of YouTubers that recorded it, and actually, some probably were live when it was playing. So you can always go back and replay the inauguration over. So, and there's a lot of things going on. There was a big protest down in Chicago for Martin Luther King Day. Can you believe this? A big protest. A big protest, and if I'm not mistaken, I'm just gonna say I believe the protest, it probably was the illegal immigrants down there protesting. What are you protesting for? Trump is going to do what he's going to do. It's nothing more to say about it. I'll say it here. It was gonna read over 50 organizations say they will be participating in the march, citing issuing. It was something with the Israel Hamas war, U.S. immigration, poverty, housing, and other things, and equality. So yeah, here in Chicago today, protesters blocked the downtown streets Monday afternoon on the inauguration day of Martin Luther King. Various groups said they would join the protest Monday and try to converge to Trump's tower. So they can do what they want to do. You know what? Trump ain't having it. Trump is not having it. It was really cold outside today. The wind chills was between like 15 to 25 degrees. I was out, it was cold. I didn't even walk with my gloves. So Trump is not playing with them. This is a no nonsense man. You can get out there and protest all you want. You can try to go in front of his building, his Trump Tower building, or wherever, because Trump Tower is here in Illinois as well. It's downtown Chicago. A lot of people gonna end up getting arrested. The man said whatever he said he's gonna do, and that's that. Also, I noticed that the some of the migrants were weeping and crying because they're gonna be on their way back to Mexico. The CPB1 app, it was canceled. All their appointments were canceled. So I do remember reading that earlier. Also, I remember reading about the CBP1 app being uh, terminated in its council. Well, nobody asked the guys to come over here, and Trump, like he say, the, Trump is going to do what he have to do. And a lot of migrants, Trump was talking about waiting in Mexico to enter the U.S. with Biden administration CPE won't, and they broke down into tears after learning their appointments were canceled immediately after Trump took office on Monday. He canceled that. Is no such thing. You can't come over here no more. The CBP one went offline at 12 p.m. So the same Trump was sworn in according to announcement. So all of those people who sitting over there, they were at the border there waiting. And you know what? It don't even matter if you got in. It doesn't even matter if you got in or not. I'm sorry. Don't know how it went off like that, but it doesn't even matter trying to come in because Trump already say the criminals are gonna go first. and then anybody after that is gonna go. So I have just read this little small article. It's just say this here. It's just one small part of Trump's promise to make sweeping reform at the southern border beginning the first day of his second term. At least 43,000 immigrants were able to flood into the country with the CBP1 per month, with more than 900,000 entering the U.S. since the app launched in January 2023. Can you believe that 900 people enter illegally? They enter here illegally. Not 900,000, really? So footage that was taken by a Washington reporter uh, showed migrants who had been waiting for appointments that were scheduled through the CB1 weeping at the gates of America. Weeping and crying at the gates of America after they learned the app had been shut down and their appointment was canceled. I mean, it is a lot. I mean, they were just, I mean, why are you even coming over here when you're going to be turned back around? Why? They were just a few of roughly 270,000 migrants estimated to be waiting on the Mexican side of the southern border who've been hoping to make it into the country before Trump took office. They had been hoping to get in before Trump took office, but that wasn't the case. Trump, ending ending of the CBP1 app is likely to face legal challenges, especially since the U.S. refugees law still require asylum seekers to process and heard at ports of entry in much as the same way as the CB1 app is allowed. So that's it. Those borders should be shut down now. It shouldn't be president of Mexico. She should. It should something should be done. It should be shut down. They ain't gonna be able to get in here. They ain't gonna be able to get in. They're not gonna be again. With Trump in office, Trump say this is stopping at day one. Day one it stops. So yeah, guys. So just to keep it short on this last point, it's a lot of things are gonna be going on. It's a lot of executive orders that's gonna be signed in with Trump coming in as the new president. And I'm very excited about all he's going to do. Also, they talked about how in sports, hey, men is not supposed to be fighting in women's sports, right? Women's supposed to be fighting women when it comes to these different sports and stuff. So, yeah, so there's a lot of things going on, and I'm here for it. I'm here for it. I'm excited, and this is the time to be happy that we have a new administration in office. This is a good time for American citizens, and like I said earlier, everyone is going to benefit from this. It's not just going to be Trump supporters. Everybody's going to benefit from this. So there's a lot of executive orders being signed. I'm just trying to see if I can remember some of the executive orders, the orders that's going to be signed by President Trump. It's quite a bit. I already mentioned some of the executive orders are going to be signed, but he's also, yeah, one other thing. Let me say this before I forget. Trump also say federal workers are going back to work. Okay, when we had COVID was what, almost 5 years, almost 5 years ago. Trump say people who are federal workers need to return to work in person. You got to go back to work in person. It's no more sitting home and sitting behind the computer and working. You got to go to work. I get up and go to work. I go to the office every day. So federal workers, if you don't go back to work, I don't think you're going to be getting paid. It's simple as that. Most of those bureaucrats, most of the people are going to be fired. They gone. Trump say. He also said he will force thousands of federal employees to return to work. Trump is running through many of the campaign promises. Some will be easier to accomplish than others. So I'm revoking nearly 80 destructive radical executive orders that was of previous administration. Yeah, so he revoked in a lot of executive orders that were put in place. Biden them, they went back in there and they overturned it. So Trump, he said he on it. He's gonna do what he has to do. He's gonna get in there and he's gonna handle it. So Trump says he will pardon January 6th hostages as tonight. He's gonna be pardoning those. So yeah, so there's a lot of things going on. I know the families who loved ones that didn't make it, uh they were there tonight as well. The families members of several hostages, including those who loved ones who had been released and those who are still in Gaza. So some of the people are still in Gaza and they want them to be released. They were in attendance after the inauguration. The inauguration goes in different. It went pretty long, so they got the sworn in, and then they went to what was one of the buildings that I spoke on earlier. They went to the Emancipation Building. Then they went to another building to have a lunch. And so everything is in Washington, D.C., and it's pretty much in the same area. They received the people, the hostages' families, they received a large round of applause from the audience, and they also shook Trump's hand. During his remarks, it was outlined Trump's foreign policy principles and accountability, including reciprocity and accountability. And you know what? Wickoff said, "We are done carrying financial burden for nations that are unwilling to fund their own progress. The days of blank checks are over," he said with applause. All of that money are given over for wars and wars. That's going to end. It stops here. Whatever needs to be here for America is for America. Trump Van's family look at the parade passes by, and Barron, he was there. Barron is he's a nice looking guy. He's very tall, but everything Trump said is gonna be for America. It's gonna be for America, and his wife, she's such a beautiful first lady. She really is. So everything is for America. All of this giving away stuff and stuff, this ends here. So guys, I just want to come in and give my 2 cents on the inauguration. I was very excited to watch it. I think they're going to be going to some ball dance a little bit later tonight, if I'm not mistaken. And I'm very, very excited about continuing to watch the rest of what's going to be going on tonight. So a lot of people was there tonight, and it's the night is still young. There's other things that's going to be happening. So again, I just want to come in, the conservative lady, and just give my 2 cents on the inauguration. I really enjoyed it, and most important, they prayed. There were prayer that was said throughout the inauguration, and I think the American people are gonna be happy with what Trump every has to do when he's in office. Everybody's not. You can't always please all people. You can please some people some of the time, but you can't please them all the time. So Trump says he's gonna slash the federal workforce, revoke Biden's action. So there's a lot of things that's gonna be executive orders are gonna be signed, and I think he said we're gonna be able to see more money in our pockets. Things are gonna change. He also lastly spoke on the California fires, and he wanted to definitely reach out to North Carolina and continue to help them because they were done wrong. They wasn't treated fairly. When the hurricane hit down there, Biden, who not even Biden, Kamala offered 75 $750. What can you do with $750? I look at $750 and it's gone. I mean, it just goes just like that. It's an insult to offer anybody that kind of money, and they were in a hurricane and they lost everything. So I'm optimistic about Trump. And I'm so happy, lastly, that the old administration is out and the new administration is in. There's a saying that say, out with the old and in with the new. So, hey guys, I will talk to you soon. I'll be back with some more videos later on during the week. And again, this channel is about hot topics, things that's going on around the world, as well as giving my input and my advice, as well as reaction to certain things that's going on. There's some other important things I want to talk about that's coming up at the end of the week. And I'll just wait until that time. And in the meantime, you all take care of yourself and be grateful that you have another day ahead of you to make yourself better. And just thank God that, hey, you're still here. You still have what you have, and you can always be worse off because just remember there's always someone who's worse off than you. And just thank God for what you do have, and look for a brighter future because things will get better with Donald Trump advancing office. Things will get better, and I just can't wait. I just can't wait until he started slashing all of that stuff that Biden them did. Just do all them executive orders, do everything. And like I say, Trump, when he say he gonna do something, he's gonna do it. He's not just gonna get on the campaign trail and say he gonna do it. Then once he get elected, he don't do it. So a lot of people are really, really happy that Trump got into office. I'm one of those black women that's happy that he got into office. And hey, I'm just looking forward to whatever it is he has to do. I did let me see if I can there was some other things I quickly wanted to talk about before I leave. Um let's see if here. I have one more thing I want to mention before I hang up from the live. Okay. So Trump did make a list of some of the executive orders. Office official who appointed to executive orders that he will sign off. Um, Yeah, so there's gonna be like a lot of things with withdrawn from certain things that he did mention. I can't recall it straight off, but there's a full list of Donald Trump's executive orders to be signed off on today. And so once I find out exactly all of those executive orders, I will be true. I will definitely let you guys know. I did mention a few in my earlier video. I mentioned some, and I will be sure to find others, what those are, and I will come back in and let you know. Okay, you all, again, hey, have a wonderful week. And wherever you are, if you're in the cold area like me out here on the Midwest, wrap up and stay cold. It's supposed to be really cold tomorrow. Some of you guys, I don't know if you're in Florida or where you might be, some of them may be in New York. Wrap up and be safe and know that God loves you. And I will talk to you soon. Bye bye.